The real news in here is for the first time we've talked to stabilisation of demand in all of our markets. So UK, Germany and Australia, stable demand. And for the first time now for almost 18 months, we've actually had an increase in demand in Australia.
Because before you had stabilisation in, was it the UK and Asia Pacific?
Yes.
So all the regions now. What's the best performing region? Where's the region
Well, at the moment, if we were to put the three regions in order, we'd say Asia Pacific first, because all the forward indicators and the discussions we're having with our clients are beginning to show a modest increase in demand, but we haven't had that for a long time, so it's good news. Secondly, I think Europe, it went into the downturn latest, but it seemed to stabilise very quickly. In fact, in our business, we stabilised within about 9 months. So we hope in the next 6 months to begin to see some growth there. The UK is still pretty anemic. We've got the City of London and Greater London area beginning to show signs of growth. But as soon as you go outside of London, the country's still in recession.
What about the spread and the split between permanent and temporary workers? What can you tell us about the divide?
Well, the good news is both parts are stable now. So we've had similar demand this month versus the month before versus 3 months before. The key part now is what the return to work is going to be like. Certainly in the UK, the weather's not going to help the temp business for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I think we're certainly more optimistic. So what we would say is we've seen stabilisation of demand, Asia-Pacic's up, and now for the first time we can see more confidence from our clients.
Does that mean you've got visibility around the world? I mean, which markets would you say have the best visibility?
Australia, I mean, all of the main capital cities. So where the best demand is at the moment for us is Sydney, it's Hong Kong, Singapore, Tokyo, and London. You know, it's the capital cities which probably went down into the downturn first. And the areas of the economy that are picking up first, banking, we've had a much better level of demand in the last 3 months than there was 3, 6 or a year ago.
So that tells us that the worst for the financial industries sector is over?
I think we've seen some tactical recruitment from a lot of banks that know they now survive the downturn. They're looking for the upturn. They're looking to strengthen their teams.
Yeah. What about the UK economy, Paul? Because we've got the Bank of England deciding on interest rates today. What's your take on where we are right now? We're in a recession. We should have come out of it in the fourth quarter. What are the people you're talking to, the companies you're talking to, what are they telling you right now?
I think most companies are phenomenally cautious. You know, they've had such a shock over the last 12 months. We do not expect to see a large increase in recruitment levels for at least another 3 to 6 months. What we are beginning to see is a bit of pickup in the private sector recruitment markets and a reduction in the public sector recruitment market. So a flip of where we were 12 months ago when we were talking.
So 2010 for Hays, how's it going to look 12 months on?
Certainly a lot better than 2009. I don't think we'll see rapid growth in the first 6 months. I do think we'll see Asia Pacific for us, taking us out of the downturn. And if we sat back now, our international business is 55% of our fees. It's about 75% of our profitability. So really the key part for us is to see growth in Asia and then growth in Europe.
And is Asia going to increase its sort of ratio of fees?
Both those two regions will.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much, Paul. Paul Venables there, the CFO of Hays.